Are you ready to apply for financial aid? The first step in the process is to set up your online account with Federal Student Aid. Setting up this account is required for completing the free application for Federal Student Aid, or FAFSA, but you'll also need it if you borrow federal student loans. We'll walk you through the process. What you're doing when you set up your account is creating what is called an FSA ID, or Federal Student Aid ID. This is a username and password uniquely attached to you that gives you access to all your personal financial aid information on the StudentAid.gov website. Your FSA ID not only allows you to access the Federal Student Aid website and complete and sign your FAFSA, but it also serves as your legal signature for everything federal student aid related. For example, if you take out a student loan, this is how you electronically sign loan documents. It's important that you create your own FSA ID and keep the information used to create your ID in a safe but accessible location. You'll need your FSA ID each year you file your FAFSA, as well as when doing anything related to your federal student loans. So, what do you need to create your FSA ID? To make the process as easy as possible, have the following information in front of you: your Social Security card, your mobile phone, and be in a location where you're able to receive text messages, access to your email, and FAME's FSA ID information tracking sheet. The biggest challenge we see related to the FSA ID is remembering the login information. Remember, your FSA ID will be needed for years to come. We strongly recommend using the FSA ID tracking sheet to document your FSA ID information. Remember, you'll need to access this information yearly. You can download and print the FSA ID information tracking sheet at famemaine.com on the Resources and Tools section. When you're ready to create your FSA ID, go to StudentAid.gov and click on Create an Account. Next, you'll see all the places where you can use your FSA ID. Click on Get Started. Enter your personal information. If you have questions about how to enter your information, for example, what to do if your name is hyphenated, click on the question mark icon for more information. Pro tip: when you enter your Social Security number, click on Show SSN to make sure you're entering your information correctly. Double check that this is the correct number. Then click on Continue. Next, you'll create a username that is at least 6 characters long. Your username is not case sensitive. Enter your email address that will be associated with your FSA ID. We recommend that you not use your high school email address as it might be deactivated after graduation. Use your personal email address instead. You'll then create and confirm your password. Your password must be at least 8 characters long, cannot contain your name or date of birth, but must contain upper and lowercase letters and numbers. Click on the Show Password box so you can see what you typed to make sure that it's what you intended. Be sure to write your username, password, and other information on your FSA ID information tracking sheet. On the next page, you will enter your address and mobile phone number. If you have your cell phone with you and can receive texts, check off that you would like to use your phone number for account recovery. Checking this box will enable you to use your cell phone number as an option in place of your username. It also means if you can't remember your password, you can reset it by text verification. Remember, your mobile phone number can only be connected to one FSA ID, so you and your parents cannot use the same phone number when setting up your FSA ID. The next page is where you'll set up communication preferences from Federal Student Aid. Choose the option you use most often. Email is recommended because it's much faster than postal mail. You can also choose to opt in to receiving informational emails or text messages from Federal Student Aid and their partners. This is not a requirement, but the information can be helpful to you. You will also be able to choose which language you prefer, English or Spanish. On the next screen, you'll set up your 4 challenge questions in case you forgot your username, forgot your password, or if your account gets locked from too many unsuccessful login tries. Be sure to select questions with answers that don't change and are things you'll always remember, like family members' names or locations. Challenge question answers must be at least 3 characters long, and each answer must be unique. You can't use the same challenge question answer twice. Review all the information for accuracy, check for typos, and then click the box to accept the terms and conditions. Next, you'll be prompted to verify your mobile phone number and email address, both of which can be used in place of your username once verified. To verify your mobile phone, check your phone for a text from FSA, Federal Student Aid, that includes a 6-digit code. Enter that code into the FSA ID page and hit Continue. To verify your email address, access your email account and check for an email from FSA containing a different 6-digit code. Enter that code into the FSA ID webpage and hit Continue. Keep in mind, each code is only good for 30 minutes, and you can't bypass this step, which is why you must have immediate access to your mobile phone and email account. You can also choose to connect an Authenticator app to your account. Connecting your account with an Authenticator app is optional, but it will provide an additional way to verify your account. If you decide to take this step, click on Set up an Authenticator app. First, you'll be prompted to download the Authenticator app to your device if you haven't already. Some popular options that can be downloaded from mobile app stores are Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, Authy, LastPass, and Duo Mobile. Next, scan the QR code with your Authenticator app. If that does not work, you'll need to open your Authenticator app and select Add Account and enter the key provided beside the QR code. To complete setup, you'll enter the verification code provided by your Authenticator app. You'll then be able to use the Authenticator app to verify your identity when logging in to StudentAid.gov. After setting up your 2-factor verification options, click Continue. You will also be provided with a backup code. Be sure to write this backup code on your FSA ID information tracking sheet or wherever you're keeping this important FSA ID creation information. Keep in mind that 2-factor verification will be required anytime you enter any of the StudentAid.gov websites. When you log in, you'll then be prompted to select a verification method: verified mobile phone, verified email, or Authenticator app. You'll enter the code generated by that method. If you're not able to access any of these options, you can use the backup code you were provided with when setting up your FSA ID. Once your FSA ID is submitted, your information is sent to the Social Security Administration to check if your name, date of birth, and Social Security number match their records. If any of that data is incorrect, you'll receive an email in a few days saying you need to make a correction on the StudentAid.gov website. You can correct or update your information by logging in to StudentAid.gov using your username and password. You are now in the Federal Student Aid dashboard. Look for the My Info list and click Settings. When you're on your contact information page, you can see your email address, mobile phone, and permanent address, and update if necessary. Account information will display your username and allow you to update your password or change challenge questions. If you click on Personal Information, you can see your legal name, date of birth, and the Social Security number you entered when creating your FSA ID. You can also see if the Social Security Administration matched your Social Security number, legal name, and date of birth with what is in their records. If any of this is incorrect, the Social Security Administration verification status will say Not Matched. You'll need to review your information to see what went wrong. Once you figure it out, you can fix it here and hit Save. Keep an eye on your email after making the correction for an email saying that your FSA ID is now ready to use. Keep your FSA ID tracking sheet in a safe place where you can refer back to it if needed to recover your username or reset your password. Take a photo with your phone so that you have it to refer to electronically. Don't forget, your FSA ID contains personal identifiable data, so keep your information secure. If you're required to provide parent information on the FAFSA, then one of your parents must create their own FSA ID. If your parent already has an FSA ID because he or she is a student, or they needed one to sign a sibling's FAFSA, he or she will use that same FSA ID. If you have questions about the FSA ID or are having trouble creating or using your FSA ID, please feel free to contact FAME at 1-800-228-3734 or email us at education@famemaine.com. You can also sign up for helpful email and texts at famemaine.com/join.